Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer initially purchased this cable modem to avoid the equipment rental fees from their internet service provider, which was the only high-speed option in their new area. This particular model stood out as it seemed to offer the necessary technical specifications and features for a good value. A reviewer who works in it found the installation process to be quite simple, noting that even with very little documentation included, most people should be able to get it up and running without much trouble. Once connected, the performance was impressive. In speed tests, this modem consistently delivered speeds that were even faster than what their high-speed internet plan advertised, which was a welcome surprise. However, this client did have one significant reservation. The device only has a single Ethernet port. This created a slight inconvenience for their home network setup, as their mesh router had to occupy that lone port. Consequently, any other wired devices had to be connected through the router instead of directly to the modem, which complicates accessing the modem's internal configuration settings. Despite that initial drawback, the early experience was very positive. But after several months of continuous use, a new problem surfaced. The modem began dropping its connection intermittently, about once a month, requiring a manual reboot to get back online. Unplugging the unit for a minute and plugging it back in always resolves the issue for another month or so. For now, it's a manageable quirk, but our reviewer notes that if these disconnects become more frequent, they will likely have to start looking for replacement.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer admits to being a bit skeptical at first, especially since they opted for a renewed unit and had seen some mixed feedback online. However, after nearly a year of continuous use, that initial hesitation has completely vanished. The most immediate and striking change was the performance boost. Upon replacing an older piece of hardware, our reviewer reports a dramatic improvement in their internet performance, stating that this modem effectively doubled their connection speeds right out of the box. The initial setup process was described as incredibly straightforward, with the device practically configuring itself with minimal intervention. Since that easy installation, the unit has been a true workhorse, providing consistent and reliable service. On the rare occasion that speed seemed to dip or streaming services begin to buffer, a simple power cycle has been the only troubleshooting ever required. Our reviewer notes that this classic turn it off and on again fix resolves the issue instantly every single time. To put its stability into perspective, they mentioned it had been well over a month since the last time a restart was even necessary, highlighting just how infrequent this minor inconvenience is. Ultimately, this client is thoroughly impressed with the performance and reliability of this piece of hardware. They wholeheartedly recommend this modem to anyone looking to significantly upgrade their home network's performance with a high-quality item that has proven its worth over the long term.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer had been battling some frustrating internet issues lately, with the old modem showing some really strange behavior. Decided to take the plunge and ordered a replacement, and was pleasantly surprised when this piece of tech arrived incredibly quickly. The swap itself was ridiculously easy, simply plugged in the existing power cord and Ethernet cable into this new device. The initial setup was a bit slow, taking about 20 minutes for all the lights to settle into the correct colors, and there were a few automatic resets in the process. The real trick was getting it recognized by the internet provider. After a quick call to their support line providing them with the MAC address, they were able to reset things on their end. A simple router reset later and our reviewer was back online. The whole process from unboxing to fully functional internet took a little while, mostly due to the time spent on hold. However, the immediate improvement was noticeable. The internet speed feels significantly faster now, and overall, this client is incredibly pleased with this modem. A worthwhile purchase, especially considering the age of the old equipment that it replaced.
And that's a wrap. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.